Hi everyone, welcome to Jairam High Secondary School online classes. This is a video from class 9 biology, unit 18, organization of tissues. I hope you all have viewed the previous parts of this lesson. In the previous video, we have discussed about the classification of plant tissues as well as classification of animal tissues. When we discussed about the plant tissues, we came across a word called meristem. So meristem are the group of cells which have the ability to divide continuously. So because of this meristem, growth happen in plants. So if we cut the tip of a rose plant, it grows again. If we cut the branches of any growing plant, any growing tip, it once again regenerates. So how this regeneration happens, how this growth happen in the growing tip of a plant, as well as the food we take in is very much essential for our growth. So growth indicates increase in height and weight. So human is developing from a single cell called zygote. You know very well, once after fertilization, fusion of male and female gamete, a single cell zygote is formed in the uterus of a mother. So after that, the zygote is a single cell which is dividing continuously to form a multicellular organism, a fetus or a human baby. So how this is happening, how the cell division is happening, how the growth is happening, and also not only for our growth, to replace our worn out cells, to replace our dead cells, the cells have to grow again. So how the cell is growing again and again, how this regeneration of cell is taking place. So that's what we are going to discuss in the process of cell division. So not only in higher organisms like plants and animals, even in lower organisms like bacteria and some of the unicellular organisms which contain a single cell, they also reproduce by the method of mitosis or binary fission. We already know that process. Here the single cell acts as the whole organism and the single cell performs the whole life activities of the organism. So the single cell acts as the parent cell, and by the division of single cell into two identical daughter cells, the reproduction happens there. So that is a method of asexual reproduction which involves only a single parent. So the single parent will be dividing into two identical daughter cells, and the two daughter cells act as a progeny, that is the next generation of that parent cell, and these two daughter cells will be same as that of the parent cell, will be the exact copies of the parent cell. So that is a mode of asexual reproduction happening in the lower organisms. So how this cell division is happening, so what are the stages involved in the cell division, so how growth is happening in plants as well as in animals and human beings, and also how is the method of asexual reproduction happening in lower organisms. So let's get into the topic now. So cell division. So all cells reproduce by the method of division. So division itself denotes dividing, so dividing into two. So division of cells into daughter cells is called as cell division. So here daughter cells represents the next generation of the cell. So cells are formed from pre-existing cells. This is one of the basic theories. So already there is a cell, and that cell will be dividing into the next generation of cells. So cells are formed from pre-existing cells. So there are three types of cell division. One is amitosis, and another one mitosis, and the third type of division is meiosis. So this type of amitosis is called as direct division, since it is happening in lower kind organisms such as amoeba, bacteria and some kind of protozoans, whereas mitosis is an indirect division, or otherwise it is also called as equational division, and this type of mitosis happen in our body cells. And children, you know, our body contains two type of cells. One is the body cells and the other one is the sex cells, and the body cells, they are present all over body surface. So all our body and our internal organs and our skin, everything contains a body cells, and the sex cells are especially present only in the gametic cells such as in sperms and ovums, where there is an involvement of the reproductive system. Only there this type of sex cells will be present. Other than that, all our body will contain the body cells or the somatic cells. Okay, the body cells are otherwise called as somatic cells. So mitosis happens in the body cells, and meiosis is a specialized process, occurs only in the gametic cells, and it is otherwise called as reduction division. So after completion of this stages of mitosis and meiosis, you may know why it is called as equational division and reductional division. Okay, so first of all we'll see about the types of cell division in detail. So before getting into the cell division, we just want to look an overall outlook of animal cell. And the structure of an animal cell you have read in the previous classes. So the animal cell contains an outer cell membrane, and it contains cytoplasm where the different cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus and ribosomes and endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi bodies and then lysosomes, so many kinds of cell organelles are floating in the cytoplasmic region. So why I want to explain the structure of animal cell is, before getting into the cell division, we want to know about an important organelle which has its main responsibility in the process of cell division. So that organelle is nothing but centrioles and microtubules. So here you can see the pink color part is called as centrioles, and here you can see microtubules. Many of the organelles present in the cytoplasm has a specific function. Likewise, centrioles are the main organelle which is mainly responsible for cell division. So how the centrioles is helping for cell division, that we will study in the forthcoming slides. So this is the structure of an animal cell, and centrioles are especially present only in animal cells. And you might read differences between plant cell and animal cell. So centrioles are the organelles which are present only in animal cell, that is in eukaryotic cell. And this also you know very well, this is a structure of a nucleus. And before getting into cell division, we need to know what is chromosome and what is chromatid and what are the roles of chromosome in cell division process. So before the cell is dividing into two, and the chromosomes, that is the genetic material, should also be divided into equal, because it should be equally segregated into two equal halves. Suppose you imagine you and your brother or your sister, so your siblings, you are in home and your father is buying on any kind of snacks item. So your father should divide it equally and he should distribute to both of you. That same process happens in cell division also. So not only the genetic material, all the components of the cell should be equally shared by the daughter cells. So for that process, before the division of other organelles, the genetic material, which is mainly responsible for the passage of characters from one generation to another generation, the DNA and the chromosome should also be duplicated. So duplicated means exact copy of the same. So that process is called as duplication. Like you're taking Xerox copies, like duplication is the nothing but exact copies of the same. So here you can see the structure of a nucleus, and you have a nuclear membrane, and inside you can see the nucleoplasm and nucleolus. So nucleolus is the controlling center of the nucleus, and you can see many fine thread-like structures called chromatin reticulum. And this chromatin reticulum will always be in a form of condensed form. So during the process of cell division, this chromatin reticulum, it will be condensed, and then it takes the structure of a chromosome. So here you can see the structure of a chromosome. So the structure consists of two chromatids. So the structure is called as chromatids. So during the process of duplication, you can see it has been divided into two. So here only one chromatid is there, here it is divided into two. So during the process of mitosis, it has been separated and it has been divided equally and given to two daughter chromosomes. So this is the process happening in cell division. So before the cell division, the chromosomes duplicate, that is the genetic material will be duplicating. So for that you need to know the structure of a chromosome. Okay, for that only I have given this slide. So this is the structure of a chromosome, and this part is called as chromatids, and these chromatids are joined together at the center by a centromere, or otherwise called as kinetochore. So this part is called as the center part which joins the two chromatids is called as centromere or kinetochore. Children, you have to keep the structure of chromosome and centromere and kinetochore in mind, because this in cell division this plays a very important role. And while we talk about cell division, you have to remember all the parts of the chromosomes. Okay, so this is the structure of a chromosome. So next, coming to the first type of cell division, which is nothing but amitosis. So as I said previously, this type of amitosis process happens in lower group of organisms such as bacteria, amoeba and other kind of cyanobacteria and some protozoans. So these are all unicellular organisms. So what do you mean by unicellular? As animals which contain only single cell, these are called unicellular animals. Not only we can say it as animal, it can be a bacteria or a protozoan also. So these are the simplest form of cell division. So in mitosis, this is the simplest form of cell division, and these occurs in unicellular animals and aging cells and the fetal membranes. So aging cells, aging is a process happening in animals and human beings. So due to aging, the cells are worn out and some cells may be dead. So to remove the dead cells and the regeneration of new cells, this amitosis process happens, and in the fetal membranes. So as I said already, the division of the zygote into a multicellular fetus, so there this amitosis process happens, and this is a simple division. Here the nucleus will be elongating, and then a constriction is nothing but a small hole like thing. So a small constriction will be appearing and it deepens, and then the nucleus will be dividing into two, and in addition the cytoplasm also will be divided into two, and at the last two daughter cells are formed. And sorry, here it is given TOW, it is TWO2, two daughter cells are formed. It is a simple typing error, sorry for that. So here two daughter cells are formed. So here no complicated process like different stages are involved. This is a simple process. Here the nucleolus and the nucleus will be constricting, it will be elongating, and here a constriction will be appearing, and the constriction will be furthermore deepened, and the whole cytoplasm and the nucleus will be divided, and it will be given to the two daughter cells. Here this is the single cell, the single cell is the parent cell, and here you can see after a mitosis process two daughter cells are formed. So this one act as a single organism and this act as a single organism. So furthermore this will become a parent cell, and this again becomes a parent cell. So once again a mitosis process happens, and this parent cell will be giving rise to two daughter cells, and these parent cells will be giving rise to two daughter cells. So together four daughter cells are formed. So this is how the mitosis process happens in bacteria, cyanobacteria and other group of lower organisms. So here no complicated steps are involved. So this is a simplest form of cell division. So next, coming to the cell cycle. So this type of cell cycle happens in eukaryotic organisms, especially in animals and human beings. So in our human body, before the start of mitosis, the cells enters into three types of phases. One is growth phase and synthetic phase and other preparation phase. So you can see G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase and M phase. Here G1 phase, here the growth happens, that is in the G1 phase the preparatory stage, it is a preparatory phase, and here here G2 phase is the preparatory phase, and G2 phase, what are the things needed for the cell division to occur, what are the enzymes needed for mitosis to occur will be getting prepared into this G2 phase. Next, here comes to mitosis. So mitosis is a phase of cell division, and then G1 phase, it is the growth phase, and S phase, here the synthetic phase. So as I said already, before the components of the cell should be divided, the DNA should be duplicated, the genetic material should be duplicated. So the duplication of the genetic material happens in this phase, S phase, DNA phase. Here the DNA content will be doubled. Okay, so synthetic phase is the phase where the DNA content will be doubled, duplication of the DNA and the genetic material happens. And then G2 phase, it is the preparatory phase, and M phase is the mitosis phase, and G1 is the growth phase. So these are the different stages of cell cycle. So now let us enter into the topic mitosis. And mitosis, it was discovered by Fleming in 1879. Here one parent cell divides into two daughter cells. It's same as that of amitosis, but here it involves various different kinds of steps for the division of daughter cells. So each daughter cell will be with the nucleus and the same amount of DNA and chromosomes. So since the two daughter cells are formed containing the equal number of genetic material and also the contents of the cytoplasm, so this division is called as a equational division. Likewise, your father is dividing equally to you the snacks, so that is called equational division. So one apple is cut into two equal halves and you are sharing it, so it is divided equally, no, so it is called equational division. So here the two daughter cells will receive the same amount of chromosomes and same amount of contents of the cytoplasm, so only it is called as equational division. So it has different types of phases, interphase and karyokinesis. So in this interphase, it is a resting phase. Here the cell will not divide and cell will not do any kind of activity. It is an interval between two mitotic divisions. So one mitosis and the start of other mitosis, you have an interval between the two mitotic divisions, so that phase is called as interphase. So during this interphase, the cell prepares itself for the next cell division. So it's a time given for the cell to prepare itself for the next mitotic division. So interphase is a resting phase. Here the cell prepares itself for the next cell division. And at the last, you can see one type of process called karyokinesis. We'll come back to it later, but anyway I will discuss here. Karyokinesis is the division of nucleus into two daughter nuclei. Here it involves the 4 phases. So karyokinesis involves 4 phases. So this is the first phase of mitosis, prophase. So prophase, here the chromosomes. So before getting into the explanation, let's have a look about the events of mitosis. So you can see here, this is an interphase stage. Here you can see the chromatin reticulum has been condensed into chromosomes. So and then in the prophase stage, the chromatids have been separated and you can see the overall structure of a chromosome with the chromatids. And then in the metaphase stage, you can see these are aligned in the center line, and in the anaphase you can see these are pulled up to the poles of the cell, that is to the ends of the cell. And in the telophase you can see it has been divided into 2 components. Okay, so these are the events of mitosis. We'll come to the explanation. So here the red color denotes a maternal. So maternal is nothing but the chromosomes from the mother, and paternal is the chromosomes from the father. Okay, so maternal and paternal. So this color differentiation is given to differentiate the chromosomes from that of the mother and that of the father. So now let us come back to the explanation part. So prophase is the first phase of mitosis. Here the chromosomes, which are in a complicated like a thread-like structure, these has become short and thick. So chromosome short and thick. And in this stage, if you viewed it through a microscope, you can see the structure of a chromosome very clearly. So only it is clearly visible during the prophase stage. Okay, so don't forget to remember this. The chromosomes are clearly visible during the prophase stage, or otherwise during the normal time it will be in a condensed form in the form of a chromatin reticulum. Okay, so here the chromatin reticulum will be formed as chromosomes. Here the centrosome splits into centrioles. So already we have seen the centrosome. It will be splitting into centrioles, which is a organelle present in the animal cell. And the centrioles, they occupy the opposite poles of the cell. So centrioles, these are the specialized organelle present only in animal cell. They occupy the poles of the cell. Poles are nothing but ends of the cell, towards the both ends of the cell. Ends are called as poles. And here the chromosome is surrounded by 2 centrioles. So center you have the nucleus, and inside the nucleus you can see the chromatin reticulum. Then it will be separating as chromosomes, and it will be surrounded by 2 centrioles at the opposite end. And here the nuclear membrane and nucleolus will be disappearing. So nuclear membrane, you know, the membrane surrounding the nucleus, and the nucleolus, which is the control center of the nucleus, this also will be disappearing at the prophase stage. So these are all the changes happening inside the nucleus during the prophase stage. So next, metaphase stage. So in this stage, the duplicated chromosomes are arranged on a equatorial plane, that is called metaphase plate. So you can see from the picture. So during the prophase stage, the nuclear membrane, here the nuclear membrane disintegrates and the nucleolus will be disintegrating, and you can see the centrioles, it has been moved to the poles of the cell. So this is one end and this is one end. Here it has moved to the poles of the cell, and you can see the chromosomes clearly here. And in the metaphase, the centrioles occupy the pole position, and these chromatids along with the chromosomes, they are arranged in a straight line. So this plate is called as metaphasic plate. Okay, so this is called metaphase stage. So here the duplicated chromosomes are arranged on an equatorial plane in a metaphase plate, and each chromosome are attached to spindle fiber by centromere. So centromere is the core which is attaching the two sister chromatids. So the chromatids of the chromosome are attached together by the spindle fiber centromere. So to the centromere, the spindle fiber of the microtubules will come and attach to it, and the centromere divides into two. And in the next stage, anaphase stage, so you can see the microtubules from the centrioles, they are attached to the centromere. So centromere is the center part, or otherwise it is called as kinetochore. So this microtubules will be attaching to the kinetochore or the centromere of the chromosomes. And in the anaphase stage, you can see the chromatids are pulled apart towards the poles of the cell. So the centrioles along with the microtubules which are attached to the centrosome of the chromosome, they pull apart these chromatids towards the end. So now you can very well see what is the role of centrioles and microtubules in pulling apart the sister chromatids towards the end. So this is the role of centrioles and microtubules in an animal cell. So these are especially present only in animal cells. Okay, so this is anaphase stage. So in the anaphase stage, the centromeres attached to chromatids divide, and here the two daughter chromatids will be separating and they move towards the opposite poles. So this is what happens in the anaphase stage. And in the telophase, which is the last stage of the mitosis, here the two daughter nucleus has been separated towards the end and there appears a constriction. So the daughter chromosome lengthens and become thinner, and here again once again it turns into a network of threads called chromatin. So in the first stage, in the prophase stage, we have seen the chromatin reticulum will be condensed in the form of a chromosome. Here once again, after the division of the genetic material to the two daughter cells, once again the chromosome will be lengthened and again it forms a network of threads called chromatin reticulum, and the spindle fibers disappears. The spindle fibers which are formed due to the centrioles and microtubules will be disappearing, and here the nuclear membrane and nucleolus will be reappearing. So from the picture you can see, so in the telophase stage, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus will be reappearing. Here a single genetic material has been divided equally to the two daughter cells. Okay, so these are the four stages of mitosis: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So once after telophase is over and the genetic material has been equally shared by the two daughter cells, there occurs a process called cytokinesis. Here the division of other components of the cell, such as the division of cytoplasm into two daughter cells. So the cytoplasm contains various organelles such as mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes and vacuoles and lysosomes, etc. So these organelles are also have to be shared equally by the two daughter cells. So for that process the cytokinesis happens. Here, as like in amitosis, the constriction of the plasma membrane will be happening and the constriction will be lengthening and it deepens, and the whole cell will be dividing into two daughter cells. So the two daughter cells will be containing the equal amount of genetic material and the cytoplasmic components. So since this process of mitosis is called as a equational division, since the components of the parent cell is shared equally by the two daughter cells, it is called as equational division. So thus one cell has divided into two daughter cells by the process of mitosis. Okay, so you imagine and see, our human body contains trillions or millions of cells. So these are all the steps happen for the division of one cell into a two daughter cells. Okay, so mitosis, whatever we have discussed, what are the stages we have discussed, like interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So these are the process happens for a single cell to divide into two daughter cells. But you imagine and see, this process happens in all our cells of our human body, all our body cells, all our somatic cells. Okay, so our somatic cells, as our human body has trillions of somatic cells. So this millions of cells will be following this type of cell division, this type of events of mitosis for the cell division to occur. So through the process of cell division only, growth is occurring in our body. So we are increasing in weight and height and weight, that is growth is happening due to the process of mitosis. And not only for the growth, for removing the worn out cells and the replenishment of the new cells to occur. So normally our skin will be subjected to worn and tear, and our skin cells will be getting damaged most probably, and our skin cells are removed regularly. Okay, skin tone. Have you ever heard of a word called skin tone? So due to the skin tone and aging of cells, these aged cells and the dead cells should be removed. So once after the dead cells and aged cells are removed, the new cells have to be formed. For the formation of new cells, this process of mitosis takes place there. Okay, so not only in animal cells, like as we said in the form of a meristem, also in plant cells also, the meristematic cells also, they have the capability of dividing into two equal halves. So there also this mitosis process is happening place. Okay, so just to get a detailed view of this mitosis process, I just want you to go to YouTube and then look into the 3D animation of mitosis process, so that you will get a very clear idea of the stages happening in the process of mitosis. So children, this is all about mitosis, and in the next video we'll continue about the events taking place in the process of meiosis, which is a reductional division. So we'll continue that in the next video. So in this video we'll wind up with this. So thank you for hearing, thank you for watching, keep listening. Thank you, have a nice day.